Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the 80-60 rule. I'm Mark and I'm 60.
Hello, everyone. I'm Greg and I'm 80.
Nice to meet you, 80.
Likewise.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. What's going on? What's on your mind? What's cooking?
Let's talk some sports, some current events, what's going on, okay?
All right.
Things I've seen. The Bears. I was
Chicago Bears.
last week, I couldn't believe, and they didn't talk about it in the newspaper much or TV. I was flabbergasted. The shotgun. They did the shot. What kind of a play was that?
What was the yardage? They were
1 yard to go.
yeah. So
Yeah, and they do the shotgun. And I got to tell you, I mean, there people are not upset, but like, if the coach doesn't do well, that's one of his defining moments.
you think
A
so
play
already?
like
This
a
early
play
in the
like
season.
that, huh?
This early in the season.
A play like that, yeah. You can't be, it's
You-
fun. You can't do it again.
right. Yeah, that's a good point. You can't be wimpy down there at the goal line. I mean, if you
Yeah,
need, you got to be able to get a yard or two. They did review the play, and it was very close, right?
right.
Right. But still, you're saying it should have been from under.
Brady, like Tom Brady goes like this,
Yeah.
and then they just jump over it. So I'm just saying, I'm not against the guy, but I'm just saying, like, what are you doing? It's so
Right. And
now
then
this week it's Houston. I have no idea what about Houston, how good they are, not good. I don't know.
I always have trouble at the beginning of the year trying to figure out. I base too much of my opinions on what they did last year and not what
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
done the
yeah,
first
yeah,
couple of games.
yeah.
But we'll be on the lookout to make sure there's no short yardage plays at the goal line
Yeah,
where they we'll see. Actually, if there are, we'll see what they do. Yeah.
yeah. And it's interesting, like, what else? As an Eagles fan, my friends back home and all that, we can't wait for they're playing Washington Sunday. We can't wait to cream Carson Wentz. I mean,
Oh,
flatten. We got to flatten.
all right.
Uh,
So wait, Carson Wentz is on
Washington.
Washington now. Yeah. He's I hate to tell you, but he's my fantasy quarterback.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
It was by default. I had the kid out in San Francisco. What was his name? Lynch? Lance.
Lance.
Yeah, and he got hurt. So then my backup goes in, which is Carson Wentz. So
Well,
I'm hoping the opposite, but
I think it's better to have at least as a person, it's better to have uh, what was his name? Who was with the Bears 2 years ago? He's with the
Trubisky.
yeah,
Trubisky.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, what I read, what I've heard, Carson Wentz is very selfish.
Oh, okay.
He didn't like a play. He didn't talk to Peterson. We got Hurst. I thought it would be good. It's Hurst, right? I always get the person feels confused.
Uh, what? Who are you talking about?
The Eagles quarterback,
Yeah, Hurts.
Hurst. We got him. I thought it would be very good. You got Wentz at quarterback, got Hurst at quarterback. You could play him as a receiver and all that.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
didn't like that, and he didn't. So that's why I say I don't know why people, when you get a player for any team and they get his jersey right away, wait a year or two before you $100 on a jersey.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a possibility of you humiliating yourself walking around in that
Right,
jersey a
right.
year later.
Yeah,
Of all the
yeah.
years, so you've been a an Eagles fan all your life. Who's the best quarterback you've seen on the Eagles? Because they've had a few. The
Well,
best.
I've liked Van Brocklin.
Yeah, oh my God. Let's keep it in this century here. What are you talking about, Van Brocklin? Oh my
Well,
God.
all right. I was born in a different century.
Well, all right. So maybe I should have said this century. Let's keep it with guys who wore face masks. All right.
I guess I have Donovan McNabb shirt.
Oh, yeah, all right. You liked him?
Yeah, I liked him. I liked him. Randall Cunningham, I liked him. It's
Yeah.
just
What about Jaworski?
I like Jaworski. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they've had a few. They've had a
yeah,
few.
yeah.
Dominic Fernandez. Yeah, okay. So all right. And who's the worst? Who's the one that was the biggest disappointment? Is it
I can't remember. I I
yeah,
can't recall all the quarterbacks now.
yeah, all right. All right. All right. Okay, cool.
Uh, the Eagle fans, I can tell you this, they're all talking Super Bowl. So hold it. They're all going Super Bowl in Philly. Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
All right, we shall see. We'll
Yeah,
see what happens after this week.
yeah. White Sox, major disappointment. I don't know what you think. I've been thinking about this. I think they need a total rehaul.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Someone
don't think
told
so.
me Abreu is 29, is like 32 years old.
Abreu.
Abreu.
Yeah. He
Abreu is
could
32. They
yeah,
need
but
some
I no, I think I disagree. He's got like four. I think he's got like at least 3 or 4 top-notch
they,
years left in him.
I don't follow them that closely, but I
Yeah,
think but
you'd like him
maybe
if you watched him. He's I mean he actually been the hottest guy all year. I mean, especially the second half of the year, let's say. But I don't think they need a reboot. I think they need
they seem a little lethargic to me.
yeah. I think that has something to do with the whole manager situation.
Yeah.
So you might be right about some sort of thing, but not a total blow up because
Uh,
man, they've got Jimenez, they've got Robert, they've got some really Anderson, really good young guys. Who the disappoint is they didn't come through, but I kind of blame La Russa at the beginning, and then I just read today that he's not coming back this year at all. Of course, we kind of knew that, but do you think they should bring him back next year?
no.
No.
I think he
That
should realize that it's time to go. I'm not against LaRusso. I like LaRusso, but
yeah,
I'm
me
just
too.
saying,
Me too. Me too.
you wonder who I was really impressed with Andrews. He had a lot of enthusiasm. Or was what's his name? Andrews. He played shortstop, place of Anderson.
Oh, Elvis. Yeah.
Elvis Andrews.
He's been around for a while. He's really good.
Yeah,
Great attitude too, and he can hit. He's another one of those guys who kind of came out of he came from Texas, then Oakland. But Oakland, that's a team, man, or that's a city. Do we know what's going on with their stadium at all? Because
oh,
there's players always scattered throughout the league who came from Oakland to another team to excel. So they always produce, great people. But I think they're getting a new stadium or whatever. They got to do something to revamp that. Anyway, back to the White Sox right quick. I think they just need to blow up the coaching staff, the manager. This kid who was in there, I can't remember his name. I don't know anything about him, but I think they need to bring in some big name guy who can relate to the young guys and also play a little bit of the sabermetrics, the stats and all that stuff. But
I throw
anyway,
one guy. I threw him out with the Nationals. Would you
oh
go
yeah,
after? Would you go after
Molina.
Molina?
Yeah, are we sure he's going to manage?
I'm saying that. That's
Hey,
just
let me
me.
ask you about Rizzo. Do you think Rizzo would make a good manager?
I I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. The only reason I think about it is whatever team, where the Cubs and the Yankees, whenever I see him on the bench, he's always right next to the manager. He's always next to
Yeah.
Joe Madden and then David Ross. Now he's next to Boone on the Yankees. It seems like he's one of those guys who picks the manager's brain during the game. So
I like Rizzo. I like Rizzo. It's just uh you never know. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, but I think he would. But Molina definitely would make a good manager, I think. Although we might be kind of I don't know. He might be a Michael Jordan thing. Remember, Michael Jordan couldn't handle guys who weren't like
Yeah,
at his level,
yeah.
and sometimes you got to deal with those guys down here who don't put out 110% all the time. Molina might have a little trouble with guys who are like, oh, I got an elbow, my ankle hurts or whatever. He might not have the patience for that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. That's You have a very good point because I sometimes like Girardi,
Yeah,
but it is they called the guy that for Boston, Alex Cora, a real great talent, but yet he hasn't done anything this year.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to have the team though, but it's still
Yeah, well, he's got some players, so a little bit like the White Sox, where they underperformed like all year round or all year long. Hey, what happened? Not to jump from sports, but let me just um, what happened in Boston with their coach? Do you know anything?
oh.
He was suspended.
Oh, the Bulls. I mean, yeah.
The Celtics. The Celtics.
Yeah, oh, the Celtics. The Celtics. Yeah, yeah. He had an inappropriate relationship with a staffer.
Oh,
It's against policy.
yeah, yeah. Now, why didn't they just fire him? Why'd they suspend him? Is that like a legal thing they got to do? They might do that later or whatever. I don't know.
I guess it's I guess I don't know. According to their manual, they did that.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's a very good coach.
Yeah, so maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't mess around. It just gets me. I understand, but it's like, whoa, I don't know. I don't. But like, how about if they get married? Does it make it then?
He's already married.
He's already married.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right,
He's currently he's currently under contract.
okay, all right, all right. There goes that theory. All right,
Yeah. Yeah. And also if it's in the manual,
it's in the manual. I read that
it's in the
because I go,
manual it
whoa,
says don't
whoa.
hook up with other employees. You got to follow the manual.
Yeah, you gotta follow the manual. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's just see what can happen. Here goes. It'll take some time for that coach to adjust. Well, he's the assistant coach.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I know they asked Stevens if he was going to go back at it, and he said no way. So the GM, right?
Yeah, they asked Steven. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. That's what's nice about the 80-60 rule. We don't have any employees, so we don't have to worry about that manual.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Anything goes here. Anything goes.
yeah.
All right. But what about the Bulls?
The Bulls, I don't know much about him. Says Lonzo Bulls has got to have a Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Got to have a knee surgery again, or not maybe, but it's going to take some time, so he'll be out for a while. And they missed him because he was a good point guard.
Yeah. Yeah. How long is he going to be out?
I don't know.
Like back before the end of the year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Couple
Okay.
months.
All right. All
Yeah.
right.
Let's get to. I tell you, baseball's been fun for me this year
And
because of Albert Pujols and Aaron Judge.
right.
Uh, Albert Pujols, I watched him. Was slipping. There's so much football and baseball. You go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then I went to Shark Tank, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Wait, Ben, let me ask you about that because they did it with a live audience, right?
Yes, I
Well,
question that.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people I read today didn't like that. And what did you think?
I question it because I think, are they playing to the audience?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like somebody, my neighbor said, I like it when they're not as mean with all the people there. And you got to be, you're playing to the camera. Like
yeah, making it a bigger, almost like a Jerry Springer sort of.
Yeah. Because they stood up and said, "What do you think, audience?" I don't know if you watched
okay.
it, but and whoa, like it's. But it's nice to see people there. It's nice to see all these people look at that entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
something. But you can't say just keep quiet.
Right.
And
Right.
one thing like Cuban, he stumped me. I would have been stumped. One guy came out and he was rejected years ago, so he came up with another thing with a box for pizza slices. It be kept warm and slice it. Slice of pizza, okay, slice of pizza, and so Cuban
Like a wedge.
Yeah, and Cuban says, I don't want the money. We're gonna have a commercial right now. I want you to think. I'll pay you for the whole business. I want the whole thing. Pay you. You give me a figure.
Wow. Whoa.
You
Talk
give me a
about
figure. And I would be shocked. What do I do? I mean,
right.
it's like
Yeah.
you got two other investors. What do you do? What do you say?
Right.
When he comes up with like 5 million, the guy says, "Are you kidding me? 5 million?" He says, "I was going to offer you 1.5 million." He said, "I'll offer you 1.5 million." He goes, "No, no." He did the right thing because 1.5 million, you never. It's like it's not enough.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
With all his, I have that passion for that. He has two other investors. What's
Yeah.
five? What you're getting 500,000 a piece.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That could go just like that,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I watch this show all the time. I still can't think of one thing to think of. You know, one thing I like a couple of things I remember because it happens to me with my keys, a compartment between the seats in the front seat where keys go in there. Your credit card goes into the on the floor. You gotta find it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, but okay, so that's what that was on last night, opposite of Pujols and Aaron Judge.
Well, no, it was yeah, what Major League Baseball was showing different games. Not,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Did you see the Pujols deal?
Not live. I said it came on as I came on one of the stations. I was going to say Flash, Albert Pujols. Then I went right to the MLB station.
Yeah. Yeah. So he hit two of them last night. He hit 699 and then 700.
He
Very
didn't
excited.
hit 700 last night.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Pujols did. Yeah.
Really?
I watched it live. Yeah, it was live.
Okay, because I watched it till practically the end.
Well, he had 699, and then he had later in the game he had 700.
You know what's interesting about that?
Are you thinking? You're not thinking of Aaron Judge, are you? Because he didn't.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. Greg, whatever his name is, on Major League Baseball. He was on Major League Baseball, and he said he was with Harold Reynolds, on April they showed the thing on April 13th. Did you see that? Did you read that?
No.
On April 13th, he said, "I predict that Pujols will do good for Cardinals. It will hit 700.
Wow.
And we'll do it on a Friday."
Oh, cool.
Clayton Kershaw.
Oh,
Kershaw's pitching tonight.
Yeah. Kershaw's pitching tonight. Wow. So he did. He looked at the schedule. He looked at all that and everything.
But I didn't. Nothing's come up, Mark, on my computer.
You mean you're not on the mailing list, Greg? You meaning the commissioner didn't call you right away?
No.
I'm sure I watched it. It was cool. I got a little teary eyed. Eric, look, this has been all over the internet. He joined Babe Ruth, Bonds, and Hank Aaron.
All right, we hang up. I'll check.
All right.
I'm sorry because it was like almost the end. Okay, well, tremendous.
Yeah, it was really
because
cool.
I was watching those guys, and then I turned it off.
All right, and I also was flipping back to Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge actually played a day game today. Today's a Saturday.
I just put it on, and I was watching it when all these people were leaving. That means leaving the stadium. That means he didn't do it.
Yeah, and he's not coming up again because they won.
Yeah.
There was a couple of fly balls, not particularly deep, but fly balls. But that'll be exciting when he does it.
Can we talk a little bit about something else now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Social network. It was an interesting article, which I don't have right now. Just give me a minute here, okay? LinkedIn, 830 million users.
LinkedIn?
Yeah.
All right.
Facebook, 2 billion. Instagram, 1 billion. Twitter, 330 million. I'm not on any of these.
What are you on?
Pardon me?
Are you on anything?
No.
All right. Nothing. Yeah, right. Okay. All right.
Is that something how it's I'm not talking anything you here, but how much the fabric of social network is just a thing. If it was always positive, what it could do to the world.
But you know what? Wow, that's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah, because the conversation is, does it do more harm than good? If it was used only for because it's that's one of these are the things that you just listed, especially Twitter, or Facebook, probably the leader in misinformation or disinformation. So if that could weed that out, think of all the good that would do for just society in general.
Just imagine different people having conversations with people from Iran,
yeah,
Afghanistan,
and it not being, well, that's what goes on, but it's usually a little too argumentative because we've all got our sides.
Exactly.
Yeah. We've all got our opinions, and now we've
You're
got to
freezing
wait.
up, Mark. You're freezing up.
All right, how's this? Am I freezing now?
Yeah, still.
Okay, now it's
okay.
not.
Now, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's
that number for LinkedIn kind of surprised me. I thought that was kind of done, but all right, LinkedIn. That's where everybody kind of touts themselves,
let me give you this other one here now.
All right.
Did you see Phantom of the Opera?
No.
Okay. Phantom of the Opera. I love the music. The largest running show on Broadway is going to close February 18th, which is a day I don't like. If it all goes well, it will have played for 13,925 performances.
Wow. So that's the longest running?
Yes.
What was, I thought Cats was the longest running. Maybe it beat Cats.
Yeah. Gotta be.
Did you ever see
Longest running
Cats?
show? Phantom of the Opera.
Did you see it on Broadway?
No.
Have you ever seen a show on Broadway?
No.
Oh, all right. So you mean you saw the touring company or whatever of Phantom?
Yeah, Philadelphia or
yeah. And are you cool enough? Do you call it Phantom of the Opera still, or are you cool and you just call it Phantom and everybody knows what you're talking about?
I always say Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, you say the full thing. All right.
I know. I want to see. It's coming in March in Chicago. Tina Turner. I like Tina Turner.
Oh yeah. You mean the Broadway show of her life?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I want to see Michael Jackson.
Oh, they're doing him too? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I've seen that. I don't know. I haven't seen a ton. You've seen more than me, but
yeah, that's my joy. I saw a couple of years ago. I loved seeing Madonna.
You saw her?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Cool. All right.
Didn't care for Jennifer Lopez
over there. What?
Didn't care for Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, you didn't? Oh man.
Because she just danced and sang, and you couldn't hear the. This was at the United Center. You couldn't hear her. All her.
All right.
You couldn't hear it.
Okay. So thumbs down on J-Lo.
Okay. This gets me. I thought we say this. Talk about this, Mark. Book titles. According to the American Library Association, there have been attempts to ban or restrict access to 1,651 book titles so far in 2022. Up from challenges
by like school districts or libraries or what?
According to the American Library Association.
Oh, okay.
Attempts to ban or restrict access to 1,600 book titles so far in 2022, up from challenges to 1,500 books in 2021.
Yeah.
The year with the most complaints about the group began documenting challenges. Something. Then I like this. Consider about books. So when you start doing all that stuff, what's next all the time? MASH. Were you? I love MASH.
MASH was
Like,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
MASH was great. That was great.
Alan Alda has Parkinson's.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yeah. There was a great picture of him and Mike Farrell that went viral last weekend because they were together to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the premiere, I think,
Yeah.
of MASH. Is that why you bring up MASH?
No, I'm just reading because it's on. To read it. The 1983 final of MASH drew 106 million viewers. Number I like it to be equal by any TV show besides a football game.
Wow. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder.
Well,
I wonder where Seinfeld stands.
yeah, Seinfeld is right up there too. MASH, I think, had that built-in thing of like, are they getting off? Are they going? What happens to them?
Yeah.
I almost said getting off the island, but that's not right. That's Gilligan's
No,
Island.
it's Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. All right.
That was
But
fun.
no, big MASH guy, and then generations now on reruns of MASH.
Did you have a favorite of one of MASH? Ever?
Character?
Yeah.
Hawkeye. Yeah.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. He reminded me of Groucho Marx, meaning it was that sort of like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, silliness. That's all.
It was Klinger. Remember Klinger?
Clear,
I
yeah.
wonder if all these people have done well. Hawkeye's done well. Alan Alda's done well. The Colonel, I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's a long time ago now, so some of them are gone.
Yeah. You wonder, like getting back. Let me throw
His name was David Ogden Steers or something.
Steers.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played the doctor.
Yeah. And then you go back to who was with Hot Lips first. Frank Burns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
he was
gosh.
awesome.
Memories of a love behind memories.
Right.
My God. How about you said Seinfeld, I said Seinfeld. Yeah, here's a question in Seinfeld. 4 characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could eliminate one of them, who would you eliminate?
No, I'm not playing. No way. Nobody.
No.
Nobody. Because the thing about that show, and people have said this isn't anything new, but you might have an episode, and if you had to write down a blurb of what that episode's about, it's always like 4 or 5 things. It's like, oh, that episode was about the close talker, and then, oh yeah, you mean the one with it, meaning they all had like 4 or 5 really funny concepts that fit in with the show, and they usually dealt with all 4 people. So I'm not taking anybody away. I reject the premise of the question. If I can.
We're just like talking here on why it's not going to happen.
All right. Then see that? No, I can't. George, maybe. I don't know.
I would have said, here it is, great. I would have said Seinfeld.
I figured you were going to say that. Take him off? No way. He was the glue.
He was the glue. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was his name?
Kramer.
But he did the same shtick all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Kramer. I loved the other guy, the mailman.
Newman. And Elaine was there as a a very funny character.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever watch Veep? How about Veep? Did you ever watch Veep?
Well, I don't have
HBO?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
Let me, I did put something in there, and I'm sorry. Let me also tell you another thing. Did you know the American Society for Prevention of Cruelty was founded in 1886. Why was it founded?
The cruelty to animals.
Cruelty to abuse of carriage horses.
Oh, that's why it was started.
Yeah.
abusive carriage, even back then.
It was something in response to the abuse of carriage horses.
Wow. That's why it was started?
Yeah,
That's interesting because that's still going on. Isn't there a fight? There's a fight in New York. I don't know
yeah,
if it's so much a fight of just to stop them altogether, right?
yeah. I don't think so. I think that's the beauty of a city.
Okay. I disagree.
Yeah,
Uh, the horses on hot asphalt, eh, they're not made for that. And right?
did they tell you that,
The horses, oh, one in particular, Mr. Red told me,
Mr. Ed? Yeah.
yeah, he was not a fan of hot asphalt.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
All
I'll
right.
think about that then.
And also all that poop all over the place, kind of a mess. You know, speaking of Seinfeld, he had the horse Rusty with the Beefarino, but we digress. All right, go ahead.
Okay. This is I'm going off script.
Okay.
Yeah, because I forgot to put it in. What do you think about this, Mark?
Okay.
Apple TV showed a sting from Will Smith's Oscar slap. I had this all together here, and I didn't. Will Smith's the star of a movie called Emancipation. It's true, Emancipation. Uh, Emancipation. A film based on the important historical. Leading man, he was a slave, and so what are you going to do? They wonder, do they release the film? What do they do? I think I understand
Wait
what
a second.
happened.
Oh,
But
I thought you meant Apple was doing a documentary on the slap at the Oscars.
no. Will Smith could be an Academy Award nominee.
Because of this Emancipation movie,
Yes.
but Apple might not go forward with it because of the Oscar slap.
Hey, that's good stuff. Like, what do you do? It's just interesting now.
Well, he
Uh,
can't be nominated, right? Because he's no the
he can be nominated. He can be nominated.
I thought the Academy kicked him out. The movie could be nominated, but I don't think he can as a lead.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that was the penalty that they kicked him out of the Academy, so he can't be nominated for jump.
No way. The Mr. Smith can still be nominated for his work. Direction to the side means the Oscar chances for have diminished experimentally. There's some in the film who believe that releasing Emancipation along with other Oscar contenders this week here will only anger Academy voters who were embarrassed by his actions. He says we will want to move forward and to have Oscars that celebrate cinema. He says we got to go from win-win from. There's a very high risk that it's just interesting. I feel I can see he's not to give him the award.
Well, what maybe we should wait to see if it's any good. How do we know if it's any good?
It's excellent.
Apple? Apple said it's excellent.
No, an Apple Envision as a surefire Oscar contender.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
they have a $120 million unreleased award style movie featuring a star no longer welcome at the biggest award show of all.
Yeah, but they could still release it.
Even if it succeeds to artistically overcome the baggage that now accompanies Mr. Smith.
I don't know if the Oscars have that cachet that they used to. Like what won last year? What won Best Picture last year? I couldn't tell you. Best Picture.
Oh, I can't tell. I can't remember.
I don't know. And 2 years ago was something about The Shape of Water or something. I don't know anything about it or whatever.
I don't know.
So anyway, maybe it doesn't even matter, except for his personal trophy shelf. I don't know.
See, it says, should the company postpone the film based on an important historical subject because his leading man is too toxic, or does Apple release the movie and watch the outcome unfold? Audiences could be turned off by Mr. Smith's presence, perhaps taking some gloss of the well polished apple brand.
You know, people
Could
have
be
a
res-
short memory. People have moved on. They're ready for a good movie. So seriously, people kind of forget about stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and that's one way to get them to forget is release a really high quality film that'll get people to forget that you slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. You know,
yeah,
for a while, unless he does it again. Maybe he's going to slap somebody this year. I don't know.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it's just
Um,
interesting.
should we wrap this one up?
Yeah, why don't we? Why don't we?
Okay. So back to that though, it is pretty interesting how Apple TV, all these Amazon, all this stuff are producing their own high quality stuff. That's not a news flash, but it's like it's we're never going back to just theatrical releases being considered for awards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And actually,
yeah.
we're probably never going back to just theatrical releases being released. Everything's going to be a hybrid of everything going forward. So anyway, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
All right, and thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Thank
And
you.
if you could subscribe, we'd appreciate it. All right, let us know how we're doing, what we should look at in the future. We appreciate it. Greg, it's always a pleasure.
My pleasure.
All right,
I
talk to you
don't work
later.
at Chick-fil-A.
What'd you say?
My place. I don't work at Chick-fil-A to say that.
Oh, that's because that's what they always say.
Yes.
All right, I forgot what we're going to. All right. Anyway, good luck in baseball and football this weekend, especially to Judge. Okay, talk to you later.
Thank you.